Welcome to No Tooth Tony Interviews. The purpose of this channel is to give women a chance to share their voice without any judgment. Please respect all of the guests featured on my show. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Alright, so today we have Miss Sydney, and she is a new guest on my show. Miss Sydney is the owner of Girl Gang Collective, and she is also the owner of onelovetheocean on Instagram. So please check her out. All of the links are going to be posted below. Before we start, Miss Sydney, I would like to tell you thank you for the professionalism and the positivity that you've shown me thus far ever since I met you. Every time I reached out to you, you've been prompt with all your responses, and it stands out a lot on you and your business. I really would like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to have you on my show, and thank you for all of the positivity that you've shown me thus far. It's an honor to have you here. Before we
Thank you so much. I actually do the digital marketing for Girl Gang, but that's okay. And then the owner is Abby, but I helped her launch it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, shout out Miss Abby. I apologize, the owner
Yeah,
of
shout
Girl
out
Gang.
Abby. You're good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. So before we start, Miss Sydney, what is Girl Gang Collective?
So, Girl Gang Collective is a women owned clothing brand, and we want to offer something for everybody. So, we don't just want to carry like smalls and just one size. We carry small all the way to extra large, and we're all about inclusivity and empowering women to really reach their goals and to go after what they want in life. And we're looking down the road to partner with some brands that give back. So eventually, a percentage of our sales will be going to helping women in one way or another. We're researching an organization that we want to donate a percentage of money to. So,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. My next question for you is, what types of products or services does Girl Gang offer?
So we have clothing and like hair accessories, so hair clips and stuff like that, like cute shirts with sayings on it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, how long have you been a part of Girl Gang Collective?
This is our second month, so 2 months now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so
Yeah.
you've been a part of this company for 2 months now. That's a lot of experience from the outside looking in, like somebody such as myself who's never started a business before. So my first question for you is, one, this is my first one. What have been three of your most favorite memories so far with Girl Gang Collective?
Oh, well, it's been a huge learning experience launching a business. And for me, doing the digital marketing side, I built a website for the first time. So the launching of our website was one of our highlights. We had our first sip and shop, which is where we have like champagne and food and our clothing, and also invite other women owned brands to come to our event. And we did better than expected, and my boss and I were just super happy, and it was just kind of like proof that we're on the right track, and that hey, this is something that could be really long term and work out. So we were really excited to see all the support from our community and really grateful for that. And then I'd have to say the opportunity to work with so many different people just in the past 2 months has been an incredible experience, and I've met some really amazing people, like photographers that I didn't know, that I've gotten to work with. So it's just been a great growing opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. My next question for you is, in these past 2 months, what have been some things you had to find out later on, in the business industry that you wish people would have told you when you first started out?
Well, the first thing is kind of partially my fault. So I picked GoDaddy for our website, which has been an amazing experience. Their IT team is phenomenal, but they do not link up with the inventory on Square. So, like, we have inventory in the shop and then online. And when there's a physical sale in person, it doesn't pull from our online website on GoDaddy. So I wish I would have researched that a little bit more before I picked that website. But other than that, it's also easy to like get super caught up in everything you have to do each day for the business. But you just have to remind yourself to be super present. And I wish there was like a guidebook on how to do launch. I know there's lots of podcasts and stuff on how to launch a business, but I don't know, I just wish that people were more in depth, I guess, about running a business.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I understand. Those are great answers. You opened my eyes. I never knew about that. And I know Square is very common. A lot of businesses have Square, and that's awesome to know.
Yeah.
All right, so Miss Sydney, my next question for you is, what is your zodiac sign?
um like, this sounds dumb, but zodiac sign is like if you're a Taurus or a, right, like your monthly sign. Okay, I'm a Taurus. I just wanted to make sure that was the right thing. So I'm an April baby, late April baby.
Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. That's awesome. My next question for you is, what's your favorite color?
It is pale pink.
Has pale pink always been your favorite color?
Yeah, well, no, it was aquamarine when I was a teenager, but recently it's just been pale pink.
Yes, ma'am. That's cool. That's cool. My next question for you is, what's your favorite number?
Um, 3.
Yes, ma'am. Um, what are your 5 favorite foods?
Oh boy, I love food so much. Definitely pasta is number 1. Number 2 is my grandma makes arroz con pollo, which is Spanish for rice and chicken. And it's just really good how she makes it. And then my third is calzones.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, okay, do you like to travel?
Yes, traveling has been something that has formed me into who I am today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What have been some of the places that you've traveled to?
So I have family in Panama City, and I've been there, and we went to the San Blas Islands, which is like a chain of islands in Panama. And then I went to Bali, Indonesia, and also went to Singapore.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If you could go back to one of those countries again, which country would it be?
Definitely Indonesia, Bali.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can you share one of your most favorite memories in Indonesia?
Yes, so I've been in a relationship for 3 years. It'll be 4 years this November. And my boyfriend decided he wanted to go on like a little, I guess we'll call it like a odyssey, a little surf travel trip. And he picked to go to Indonesia first. And we did long distance for 6 months. And I hadn't seen him in so long. And I flew from Florida to Bali, which took 48 hours, and I was by myself, and I had to figure out how to get off the plane in Indonesia. When I finally got there and figure out what bus, and I was like just scared really because I don't speak, Balinese, and not knowing too much at that time about their culture. I was quite nervous, and then I got out of the airport, was freaking out still, and I couldn't find my boyfriend. I at first, but then like we eventually found each other in the airport, and just seeing him for the first time in like 6 months was so incredible. And then also I ate my way through Indonesia and ate everything, and it was amazing. So the food and meeting my boyfriend.
Yes, man. That sounds awesome. That's cool. Um, my next question for you is, if you could visit 5 countries that you haven't been to, what countries would they be?
Australia. I want to go to France because I have a sweet nephew that has just been born, and I can't wait to meet him. Um, hmm. I want to go to the Maldives one day. Um, I'm trying to think. Sorry. Sydney, Australia. I really, really want to go there.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Take your time.
yes, I'm trying to think where else would be in Greece. So I guess mainly anywhere in like Europe.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what are your 5 favorite drinks?
Like alcoholic drinks, not.
You could say any drinks that you would like.
Okay, definitely a dirty ice chai, big on that. I just found out that I like key lime pie, um, vodka drinks. They're good. And I'm plain water. High noons. And then sweet tea.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, so I've been under a shell. Yesterday, one of my cousins he brought me a drink that I never heard of, and it was all right. It was called the White Claw. Have you ever heard of a White Claw?
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, I like them now. I ain't never know what it was until now. I like them though. But he said everybody drinks them. He said I'm late. He was picking on me for a little bit.
Oh boy. That's okay. That's
For,
okay.
for
I was addicted to White Claws. Like, not in a bad way, but like, as in, like, whenever I would drink, I would only really drink White Claws. But it's Now I'm on the high noon kick. You gotta try it.
Say it one more time.
I said I'm on a high noon kick. It's kind of like a White Claw, but better. So you've gotta try that.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. See, I'll be under a rock. I don't know nothing. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Um, my next question for you, Miss Sydney, is: do you like to go shopping?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is your preference to go shopping in the stores or online?
I hate this whole mask thing, and I would just rather not mess with it.
Yes, ma'am. I agree. I agree. All right, so Miss Sydney, my next question for you is: what are your plans for the next 5 years, and what are your plans for the next 10 years?
Woo! All right, getting into it. So, I have a YouTube channel where I try to help. My goal in having my YouTube channel is to help people live a more active lifestyle. So, I post a lot of workouts where I kind of teach you guys how to work out and healthy meals that I like. And I just also want to spread positivity, and I think YouTube is a great outlet so that way my Instagram followers can get to know me on not such a surface level, because like anyone can post, pictures and stuff like that, but I want to build a relationship with my audience and cultivate more of a following on YouTube. But I'd say within the next 5 years, I see myself owning a digital marketing business. I see myself leaving America and moving abroad and kind of just being a gypsy and a digital nomad in my 20s, because I'm about to be 22. And I really want to take this time in my 20s to travel and to see the world. Hopefully, COVID, I'm going to be able to accomplish that goal. And after that, hopefully in exactly 5 years, hopefully I'll be engaged. And then go on that whole journey. And then settle down, move back to where I'm from in Florida, and be with my family, and just kind of work on expanding my business in digital marketing and working with local businesses around here, and then hopefully starting a family.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But that's like 10 years. Like, well, we got a long time for that.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Those are great
big goal.
plans. Those are great plans. My next question for you is: do you have any talents, such as surfing? Like you surf? You surfed
Okay,
in
yes, I do
Indonesia?
surf.
Like you went surf?
Yeah.
What? That's
In
awesome.
Panama, Costa Rica, where else? Panama, Costa Rica, a bunch of everywhere in Florida practically that there is to surf. I actually, funny enough, got a really good swell down in South Beach in Miami. Because it only breaks maybe like once or twice a year, like really, really good. And I finally got my first proper Miami swell. So I was very happy about that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. So yeah, do you have any more talents besides surfing?
Um, Mainly surfing is it, and then no.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Surfing is
used
like
to love to sing, but I just think that my vocal range is different now, and I don't think I sound the same.
Yes, ma'am. I'ma say surfing. Like I can't surf, but I love watching surfing videos. Like on my Instagram, all you see is surfing and snowboarding.
Yes,
It's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Um, my next question for you is, what would you like to tell the future generation of women?
Oh, well, I would really like to tell the future generation of women to not doubt yourself and to use I am statements such as, I am capable of whatever that is to you. And people aren't always going to like see eye to you or maybe believe in what you believe. But, it's great to take in criticism and kind of keep it in the back of your mind and keep it going. But at the end of the day, like, you are the only person who can determine how you want your life to go. And especially if you're younger, now's your time to be selfish and to focus on you and imagine like who you want to show up in as the world and how you want to show up to other people and pursue that. And, for me, I'm lucky that I'm in a very healthy relationship, but I have some friends that are not. And if that is you, girl, first of all, no. But if that's you, then, I mean, just say sayonara and save your tears. Because that is the best decision you can make. And if you can be alone with yourself, you're going to be really good. So learn to be alone while you're really young. Be independent, make your own decisions, and go after what you want. Because do you want to take the chance and maybe fail or succeed or always wonder what if? And just really think about that. And yeah, that's kind of all I've got to say on that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's a great message. My next question for you is, what would you like to tell your future self 20 years from now?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would like to say to enjoy the present and to literally be here right now because I can't predict the future. Nobody can. But, but if you spend time worrying about all the what ifs, you're going to lose sight of what's right in front of you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what would you like to tell your boyfriend 20 years from now?
Hmm. Got to think about that for a
Take
second.
your time. Take your time.
I would like to tell him to continue to be patient as he always is and to, I don't know why this one's tricky. Just, I guess, yeah, continue to be patient and present.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's a great message to him as well. Um, my next question for you is, are there any shout outs that you would like to make to your friends or to your family?
I'd like to shout out my mom, biggest supporter ever, and she really is. I'm very lucky and thankful that I have a mom that empowers me to pursue my passions and helps encourage me to reach those bigger goals that I have. And without my mom, I mean, I don't even know. Like, oh, family's so important to me. Like, I get so emotional because I just feel so lucky to have a family, because I know a lot of people don't, have moms or families. And just thank you to really all my family that has helped me along my journey and continues to help me. And that, never take family for granted, because it is a beautiful thing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, what would you like people to know about you before they go to your social medias?
Hmm. I would like people to know that I do promote a really positive, healthy, active lifestyle, and that is genuinely how I live my life. But I still have those days where, like, I have really bad anxiety and I just can't do it. Or I can't, I have my days too, like everybody. And that, like, no matter who you're looking at on Instagram or who you're looking up to on Instagram, like, it's not always as it seems, Like, it's so easy to get caught up in comparison or just really like worldly things. But just know that we're all dealing with our own battles.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How do you feel women are represented in the world?
I think women are represented nowadays from when women couldn't vote and when, you know, we were a lot more suppressed. I think we've got great opportunity where I live in America. I can't speak for other countries. I'm from America. I'm American. And I think in America we really are super progressive, and we're lucky to be where we are, because not a lot of countries are there, I feel like. So,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My next question for you is, if you could talk to three animals, what animals would they be?
definitely dogs, dolphins, and whales.
Yes, ma'am. Dogs, dolphins, and whales. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. If you could have three, well, okay, this is my last question for you, Miss Sydney. If you could have three superpowers, what superpowers would they be?
Ooh, three superpowers. I would really like to be able to fly. I would like to be able to teleport anywhere, and to lift things with my mind. Like, I really want my phone that's across the room or that coffee. That would be great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, Miss Sydney, I would like to tell you thank you so much for coming on my show. Is there anything that we didn't talk about, or is there anything that I didn't ask you that you would like to say?
I think I'm all good. You picked some really great questions, and I thank you for your time as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're more than welcome to come back anytime, Miss Sydney. It
Oh,
was,
thank you.
yes, ma'am. Thank you
All
again, Miss
right.
Sydney.
Well, you have a great evening and take care, and thank you again for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.